everyone. Hope you guys are doing incredibly well. Today is kind of like middle end of September right now. According to everyone knows what happens tomorrow. If you go to investing.com, tomorrow is kind of the interest rate day at 7 o'clock. Let me just show you. How can I show you here? Gonna share my screen. Yeah, let's see. Go to investing.com and then you go to economic calendar. And just from here, just around, you can see around 7 o'clock probably. Where's tomorrow? Tomorrow. Yeah, so interest rate projection, what's happening, all of that. And we have the FOMC statement, 2 o'clock US time, 7 o'clock UK time. Let's just open it up. You can see for the very first time, we are reducing our kind of interest rate. We talked about it last week. So that's kind of what happened. We're reducing our interest rate kind of going on, as you said, when theoretically the reason why the Fed wants to reduce the interest rate is because it's because of what? They want to stimulate the economy. They want to encourage people to borrow money. Because when you don't spend your money, you cause a recession. So when you borrow your money, when you use your money, you buy houses, you buy this, but you buy that. When you spend your money, you're actually stimulating the economy big time. So it's a very, very good thing. So they're trying to lower the interest rate so that you start spending your money. Yeah. And the reason why they raise the interest rate big time is because of inflation, a lot of people are getting their jobs. When you get a lot of jobs, people are spending a lot of money. When you spend a lot of money, you drive the prices up. So right now, it looks like inflation is slowing down a little bit. So the Fed only has one thing to do, is just to control inflation. That's all the Fed is doing. And what's going to determine your inflation prices is going to be your oil prices, it's going to be your energy gas prices, that's going to determine the inflation. But the data the Fed is actually doing is your unemployment rate. Yeah. So if you look at unemployment rate, you can see that a lot of people say unemployment rate can be quite high. It's okay. Some people say it's the highest in the past 4 years. So our unemployment rate right now is around 4.3% last time. So it's probably the highest, yep, in the past 4 years time. Unemployment rate, people are losing their job. And so because of that, government decided to decrease the interest rate so that um, businesses become good again and they start to hire people again. Yeah. So that's kind of what happened. So usually it's a very bullish sign for stocks. What type of stocks? Stocks that borrow a lot of money, like technology stocks, they borrow a lot of money. Financial stocks, a lot of more people is going to borrow money, that's going to do well. Ethereum normally, Bitcoin normally usually tends to do well during low interest rate, when the interest rate got lower. And what else is going to do well when like real estate companies kind of tends to do well as well. Yeah, three sectors: the crypto sectors, the technology sectors, the communication sectors, services sectors, and your financial sectors and your real estate sectors. Kind of five sectors tends to do well during this kind of stage of economy. Yeah, it's because small cap stocks as well tends to do quite well as well. Yeah, because small cap stocks they tend to borrow a lot of money. So when interest rate go down, obviously they're going to be quite happy with that. So usually everyone would kind of expect things to go up big time, and that's actually what happened to the stock market right now. The stock market has actually been kind of sideways, if not been going up. Let me just show you here. So that's what happened to the stock market right now. So the stock market is kind of like, going sideways for some time, and then it's been going up a little bit for some time. And a lot of people will be, and it's kind of priced that in already. Yeah, they kind of priced that in already. A lot of people will be like, oh, is it, like what do you want to do now? You want to buy stocks right now at all-time high? So you, as a great trader and investor with someone with the knowledge, someone with the education, you wouldn't really want to buy stocks at all-time high here. So it's very, very normal. We'll show you some historical pattern to just show you what's gonna happen. So the first thing that I'm probably gonna show you is let's see. Yep. So this is kind of what happened when the government cuts their rate. Okay. So you can see it happens here, it happens here when it cuts their rate. The this line is when government cuts their rate. When it cuts their rate, it went down. It cuts their rate, this went up. Cuts their rate went down, cut their rate went up, cut their rate went down, cuts their rate went down, cuts their rate a little bit up and down, and then now what's gonna happen? That's what we are here for. And then on top of that as well, thanks to this Carson research, you can see when we are at all-time high, which is we are right now, percentage away from all-time high. What happened to stocks when we cut rate at all-time high tomorrow, 7 o'clock? So you can see when we are at all-time high, very, very all-time high, very, very all-time high. Sometimes when we are all-time high, we next month we could be negative a little bit, we positive a little bit. And then when we are like positive a little bit, negative a little bit, all-time high. And so percentage away from ATH means all-time high. So this is the time where the government's actually cut rate. So you can see a lot of the time, let's look at one by one. Okay, this is all-time high, one up, one down. This is all-time high, 1.6 was going down, and then all-time high up 1.1 and all-time high up 1.3. So on average, you can see on average 50 times, 50, 50 times of the times that when we are all-time high, 50 where the stocks is gonna go up, 50 the stocks is gonna come down. Okay, so that's usually what happens. But overall, it's gonna be very good for stocks when you take when you give it some time. Next year, next 6 months, they're going to be very good. But it's just that, in the next month time, it's just a bit tricky time. Okay. So that's kind of what happened. So what do you think personally? So using our step two powerful kind of strategy out of our 8 step. So let's have a look. If you go to my website, you will see, let's have a look. Just click on that. You will see, let's say, okay, let's go to one by one right now. So I just, okay, let's have a look. So, I'm gonna go to NAAIM. Let's go to one by one. Just go through our strategies really quickly, just to see what happened for the whole thing, and then we make a conclusion from there. So we are at greed stage right now, which is good to hear. It would be nice to be in extreme greed. And then let's see, our put and call ratio is the lowest we ever been. No one was selling stocks. Put and call ratio. Put means we want to buy when everyone is selling stocks. Put when everyone is putting. Putting means shorting. Now it's at the bottom. So market volatility is quite low. The buy point is just right there. This is kind of in the middle in the safe haven. So okay, it's not buy time yet. And then what about here? Okay, this is okay. It's nice to look at that. It's nice to look at which is the next one. Let's have a look. This SPX. So let's have a look. This is GBP against dollar. And remember the way to we use this is the reason I want to calculate dollar, just trying to see just trying to see how dollar is gonna go. So you can see whenever we are here, this guy tends to come down. Like pound sterling tends to come down. So you want to draw a line just right there. Okay. Just draw a proper line. Okay, draw a proper line. And then whenever we are, let's say here, the pound sterling's US dollar tends to go up. When we are here, pound sterling tends to go up. When we are here, pound sterling tends to go up against dollar. So we are now almost there. Yeah, so that means a correction might gonna happen for pound sterling against US dollar. Maybe tomorrow, we don't know, but let's see. And this is SPX, which is what we are looking for or what we are looking at. It'll be really nice for you to take a screenshot regularly because this is only the data from June 23rd to September 15. What is this? Yeah, this is only 3 months worth of data. It would be nice to have more, but let's see. So you can see every single kind of time when we tends to be, let's say, when we here, let's say the stocks tends to go up, okay? And then you draw a line again like that, and then you'll be here, then it's time to buy, the stock did went up, and you draw it like that. So when it's here, that means it's time to buy, okay? It's not there yet. What about time to sell? Because we don't have the previous data, so we can't really say when it's sell. But you know that the buy point is around there. Okay, so we are not at the buy point yet. So that means the correction is about to happen. It's just taking its time. But as a great trader and investor, you wouldn't buy at the tops as well. I said it many times. You can see every single time when we reach all-time high, even in 2003, 2020, 2021, there's always chance that the market is going to come back down. So let's say you miss out on this is 2020-24 last year. So let's say you were at, you were at here all-time high, or you were at here all-time high, you'll be like, oh, should I invest right now? Which is what we are right now. If you look at the chart, you'll be like, all-time high, should we invest right now? So you can see if you are being patient enough, this is the key here. Remember, trading and investing is not a, it's not a sprint. Yeah, it's not a sprint. So being patient is really important. We asked very, very famous trading investors and told you the story many, many times. We asked Warren Buffett, why Warren Buffett, your strategy is so simple. Why not most people can become the richest person in the world? Because he said it. Because most people don't have a patience. They say a lot of people, because this is normal. When all the stocks is going up, when the crypto is going up, the news is gonna start pumping it up. The news is gonna be like, look, what can the news tell? The news can only tell you things that already happened. So by the time the news tells you that things already happened, you are already too late. Yeah, you're already too late. So basically, you can see every single time you are so scared you miss out this 2020-24 rally. What happened? So eventually it went all the way back down for you. So even though you miss all of this rally, you get another chance to get in again. Can you see? You always kind of get a second chance. Like for example, you kind of like miss this rally. You'll be like, oh, this is 2020-21 Corona. I did not buy during Corona time. Am I gonna miss out big time? So right now you are at all-time high here. You'll be like, wow, what should I do? Should I just buy? Which one we are right now? All-time high. You'll be like, what should you buy? You can see if you're being patient enough, everything tends to come back. So it went down massively for those who didn't get to buy during Corona. You will be like all-time high here. You didn't, okay, actually all the way down here. You missed this out. Literally, if anyone who bought here, all-time high you bought here, everyone lost money because eventually it came back down to where we were. So if you are so impatient, you bought in here, but the guys who are very patient, who wait for extreme fears, you make all your money back for people who held on, sit tight, and do literally nothing. Yeah. So there's really no need to chase, because whenever you chase, it tends to come back. Okay. Whenever you chase tends to come back, you'll be like, wow, all-time high. Let me buy here. Like, things keep going higher and higher, higher and higher, all-time high. Let me just buy here. You know, like all-time high. This is 2018. Eventually, it came back down. It always give you a second chance again to kind of go in. So you have a second chance, then you get go in again. So if you miss this, let's say you miss this, that's fine. It came back down again and give you another chance. So market kind of always give you another one more chance. There's one more chance. Market cap always tends to give you another chance. So if you miss this big rally, the Corona idea back on Corona time, it literally comes back for you. Very, very similar place just before Corona. Same thing here. So let's say you bought all the way, like, you all the way here, like all-time high, like that. You'll be like, oh, this is all-time high right now. You'll be like, okay, this is all-time high. Pretend this is all-time high. You're being patient enough. You give it time. You're being patient enough. Eventually, this is 2000 and February 2024, 2 years ago. So it did came back down to give you another chance to come back. So if you really, really want to buy here, okay, all-time high here, you just have to mark your place and say to yourself that if the price come back to here, remember they always come back. they always give you another chance. So okay, always give you another chance. All of this is gonna come back to give you another chance. You just got to be patient. Yeah. Um, Trading and investing is like it's not gonna rain every day outside, but when it rains, you make sure you take your back. Sometimes when it rains, it will rain gold, literally. And you know, being part of the proper training is that, you know, when it rain goes, we literally tell like our students know, so that, you know, you select some stock that's gonna do really really well when it rain gold later on. So right now here, so what are you gonna do? You're gonna buy all time high. What you're gonna buy the like here all time high. So it's a bit tricky, isn't it? So market is a bit overvalued. You look at our PE ratio, PEG ratio historical for, let's say, SP 500. We are a little bit high at the moment. Some people is gonna um defend you to say that, you know. Now I'll give you argument why market is overvalued. I'll also give you some argument why market is it might continue to go up. So let's say this is fine, this is here. Yeah, we you know, last, you can see almost every single time when our market was at this PE ratio, which is what we are. This is what, this is just before the what is this? Before the tariffs, kind of November time, December time. So there's a market crash. So we are kind of there at the moment. And then we have another one. This is the inflation crash. We have another one here. This is you know, this is what, Corona crash as well. And every single time almost there, you know, when the PE is so high, it's just a bit weird. So you, if you want to get in, the really time to go in is when the PE just below 21. So write that down. When the PE is below 21, when everyone is panicking, when the blood is coming, you just have to remember, we just have to remember that, you know, is going to be there then. Okay? You just have to remember that it's going to be a time to kind of get in. Okay? So so yeah. So and then at the time we're just gonna choose some much more powerful. So yeah, being patient is really important at the moment. So let's see what else do we got right now. We are kind of here, 43 right now is here. And then we are here. Let's see. There and then there. What is this? And what's this? SPX. SDAX. Okay, this is how many people are actually trading and investing at the moment. Okay. So what day is this? March, 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 March. They didn't give the year. Okay. That it's kind of fine. For example, you know, this is not too low. It'll be nice to be super low. I think this is 2023 when it's super low, no one is buying, it's time to buy. This is not low enough. It'll be nice to be even lower. I mean, if you want to go down, you want it to be high, you know, for it to go down. Cool. Let's look at our, okay, crypto is kind of neutral at the moment. Let's see. Okay. NARA report. Yep, just right there. We're almost at the top there. Awesome. So, according to our seasonality, according to our historical pattern, our step two, let's go to step two now. Where's step two? This one. So, according to our step two, okay, let's go in here. Right. So S and P. Let's see. Yep, that one. So you can see kind of in September time historically. This is 20 years, you know, on average in the past 20 years, September time is kind of like a middle, just middle on the 17th of September. That's kind of like a tricky situation kind of happened just right there. Yeah. That's kind of what happened there. So yeah, so what's that mean? So if you own any index, let me go to chat box. I haven't got a chance to look at chat box. If you own any index and stuff like that, if you own S&P 500 index, then those are fine to kind of keep it. But if you own some like some very very volatile stuff, some very very high growth stuff, those are the one that's gonna get hit if there's a correction coming in. Okay. So, evening is back now since hello. What happened to the strength of euro when US cuts rate? Do you always ask me for the initial check then? Yep, just to look at how what happened to the stocks, that's what we're gonna be looking at. So what's that mean? That means when we go to our, let's see, when we look through your homework now, just gonna look through some of your Excel sheet. We're gonna be filtering or selecting stocks that's actually gonna um come down. So last week, what trades do we recommend? I think we recommend, let's say, yeah, last week we kind of recommend like Lululemon is part of our list. Last today is 16th of September. Yeah, kind of Lululemon. If you have sold Lululemon, what's the reason we sold Lululemon? Because the guidance dropped quite big for the very first time. If you have sold Lululemon or shorted Lululemon, you so where is let's have a look. Yeah. While all the stocks is going up big time, if you shorted Lululemon, you would have made some money shorting Lululemon. Yeah, slowly like that. This happened when everything is going up. If you look at S&P 500, everything is going up. So if you shorted this, you could have made some money just like that. And why? How do we choose companies like that out of the whole world, out of the whole S&P 500? How do we choose companies that you know, actually came down, like we show it actually came down because normally when S&P 500 goes up, which it did, all stocks are supposed to go up. How do we choose companies that's actually coming down like that? Because of our powerful strategy. So we could just go to choose something that actually is so big that it's never happened before. Yeah. So that's the situation. Cool. So if you found that things is like that, so big that's never happened before, down the chat box right now, so I can go to your Excel sheet to look through your trades right now. Mm-mm-mm. So you can send me your Excel sheet now if you've done it. So let me have a look. Do, 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 do. What am I looking at? Yeah. So well done for anyone who recommended Lulu last week because a lot of our students did make a lot of money. So even though the stock is going up big time. So that means that if you have the chance, if you want to play around with it, I recommend you to do on a practice account if you've never done shorting before and stuff like that. Just put any numbers and show on your practice account so you can kind of see what happened. Yeah, cool. So let's see what's gonna happen right now. Oops, what is this? If you've done your homework, just let me know. Otherwise, you might want to keep your peace for a very long time. Just send your screen like that, put your link like that, and I'm gonna open it so the link open like that. So okay, love set 11. Oh, why is it 11? What about the latest one? This is what 9. Last week was when? Last week was 9. Oh, what happened? Let's have a look. So this one was 710, 700, 8. 13, 0.5 to 0.8. So the net sales increases, the rest actually decreases. For the full year, expect net income approximated. For the full year, expect net income in the range. Did not really say what happened last time. But I think this is what happened last time. So, okay, let's back test a little bit one more time. Net sales looks like it's always 700, 700 is always 700, and then 600, and then it went out 600, 700. So net sales doesn't mean a lot. Let's look at the net income 22, 18, supposed to go down, but it didn't. 18, 17, 4.5 mil. So it's supposed to drop, it didn't. 4.5, 13, 13 supposed to go up, it didn't really go up. What about the EPS? I'm just trying to see what is more stronger. 1.35, 1, supposed to drop, it didn't. 1, 0.2, 0.8, 0.8. Okay, not much going on. Let's look at the metric system. 770875. This is a buy. Okay, who else has done your homework? Let's have a look. How do I check? Let's see. Okay, let's go to market screener and do it. If you've done your homework, let me know. Hello, Chair, I've done the hex. Okay, good, nice. Let's look. Mm, Who is that? RJ. If you've done your homework, you need to put as number one as yours, yeah? Otherwise, we might not know what's actually happening. Awesome. Adobe system is a buy. Good. Very good, actually. Yeah, looks good. So if it doesn't load, then put your link here. Okay, and then share your link to everyone so we can just open it without asking, without delay, basically. Okay, awesome. Cool. Okay, let's do it. So I'm gonna go on here, market screener. Just gonna show you how to actually find them. Do, 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 do. So you go on this news, and then you go on, where are we? That's news. Oops. Where is it? Companies and guidance. And you just filter the countries that we want. North America should be fine. And then let's say we go profit warnings, let's say. Just go North America as well. So what is this? Dave Buster. This is France. This is National Brief, Synopsis. Hmm. Our students was doing synopsis today. Synopsis. I see. Okay. So we got a synopsis here. Lake call Oslo Transact. Hmm. Looks like there's nothing kind of going on. So if you want the stocks to go down, you kind of want to have some like bad news happen to the companies. For example, to decline slightly by approximately one. And for like compared to the previous 3 to 5%. So this is a drop by Gubet. It's supposed to be growing 3 to 5%. Now it's supposed to be dropping 1%. Okay, cool. So potentially could have shorted this on the 15th. Kind of like a French company. Wow, very, very low already. Wow, super low. Cool. Claire says you've done your homework. Let's look at Claire. A, B, C. This one maybe. What date is it? 14. You have to put this as sheet number one so you can see properly. Where do you put it? Okay, this one. Awesome. If it is not loading, good. You have the link here. That's good. So we can see easily. All right, let's have a look on this. So, okay, you've done synopsis. Well done. Awesome. Your synopsis is very good. It looks like a short anyway, so let's have a look. Net income 1.6, net income 2.46. Claire, we need what I call, we need the guidance. Not sure if it's a guidance though. Yep, guidance means we want not here. Where's nice? Yeah, I don't use this guidance. 242 compared to 249. 242. Where's 242? 242. Not sure where you get a number from. But cool, cool. So 1.62. Mm. If you look at somebody else, like this synopsis, is this synopsis here? Love set, get wire, guide wire, blue, planet lab. This is a guide wire, looks like a bind. This is actually quite a short. Full year revenue 11 to 10, 114 to 12. Guide wire. This is a comparing information, but analyzing. We could probably short get wire. Let's do short get wire. So the first one, probably the same as Lululemon. You can still repeat Lulu from last week since we don't have a lot. I think get wire is fine. According to the data, it looks like guide wire for the full year is 1.39. Revenue, okay, let me compare for you so you can see. Look, revenue full year used to be 9, 12, 10, 14 up, 10, 14 up, 10, 13 up. Okay, there's a bit. This is actually a down. Okay, September 5th. This extreme fear, so everything goes up. So 10, 4, so it's higher than that. 14, also higher than that. So this is okay, it went up eventually. And then there's a 11, 10, 14. So it's more than that. So it's supposed to go up eventually. 11. So probably for the very first time, this actually dropped by a little bit for the revenue. The EPS dropped quite a little bit there. So hence is a short for here. 10 point. So let's write there the guide wire. Let me see guide wire software. You can just put it on the mail. You can just put it on this Zoom link. Give me the Zoom link, the Excel. Yeah, you can do your Microsoft Word if you want. So let's have a look. So this is 10.85. How do I copy this super fast? 10.8, 10.85. EPS from 11, what is that called? 11.15 billion, while EPS now is 12.77 from 14.58. Okay. So short a little bit. Okay. So that's for that. So this is 71. This is an up. Cradle is always an up. Brace. Okay. Metric system. Let me see who else have done it. Let's see which beautiful people have done it. Yi Hua. Let's see. Trying to see who else. Okay, to N 11. Oh, I see. August. Okay, that's fine. So how do we do it one by one? You go on guidance and you do exactly, oh, just now. Okay, that's fine. And then you go on. You can do all countries if you really like, but let's just do this for now. And then you read it one by one. So review, present, Salesforce, fiscal, rough, reiterate. Reiterate is the same, so we don't do it. Issue, update. Let's see what is it issuing. Medical device, enterprise net income, insulin update, earning guidance. Let's see what is it updating. Reaffirm, we don't look at it. Provides. Let's see what is up or down. Misses, but you didn't say the guidance. Appoint CEO. Expect, focus, provide, increase, updates, expect, and then what? Provide still dynamics. We need to know what you're providing. Canadian Intel rise after expense lowered. Intel trim full year expense. Confirm revises earnings. We look at the French company just now. What else? Revises target to from Bernstein and just Brown Foreman. Intel lower expense. Alaska at the low end. Low end is still at the end, but still there. You want to be outside of the range, outside of the end. Alaska expect at low end, or low end is still end. Lower full year expenses. Lower expenses is not good to short. Sainsbury ends keeps profit outlook, so it's the same. Confidence six flat. Reiterates means it's the same. Lift, lower end is good. Adobe, third quarter positive. Port erases, bullish. Six flat provides. RH lower revenue outlook growth. Maybe we can do that. RH lower revenue growth outlook. Report strong attendance. Share fall. RH cuts that. Annual declare. Raises annual. So it's a buy in extreme failure time. RH for Adobe. This is what, 11th of September. Yeah, erases, provides. We can look at the provides one. Game Square provides again. Provide, we kind of have to look at them. Raises, Grove, Kroger could be a good buy as well. Kroger, let's go at Kroger. Hmm. Potentially a buy during extreme fear. But let's look at all we have done so far. Game Square, provide earnings, expect revenue. We need to go back to see what happened. Provide earnings in the range. That's okay. Okay, let's read this. In the whole year, lower its revenue to a range from 10. So 9 to 10. So this will be a short, but 9 to 10 is a very small change. So I think someone did it just now, but it's just not big enough. Well done for those who did that. Still dynamic improve. If you want to show, we don't want to do things to improve. Still dynamics is improve. Vague misses, focus on outlook, set, all of that. Could potentially do this. Vague maker inspire. So when they don't give you the one before, because they say outlook, they don't give you the one before. 80 million black backlog. So they didn't give you before. So you kind of have to go to type that and type investor at the front. And let's go to the website. If they give us the website. This one maybe. Go to investor. Press release. So September, we got it. Let's read now. And then September 13, June 9, June 6. Approve announcement reports May 10. Okay, let's read that too. Just to see the difference. So these are all past tense. We don't look at the past tense. This is telling you what they do for a living. It's good to know if you want to put your real money in. We're looking at Outlook, isn't it? Where's Outlook? The Outlook wasn't here. We made. Is there an Outlook here? Coming into. Yeah, this is the Outlook. Coming into. It's like in the future, we were at 18 black lock. All of that. Hmm. So let's get what happened before. What do they say? The progress, all of that. Where is the Outlook? During. Hmm. Not really an outlook here. Some companies just don't give you an outlook. The outlook kind of hidden in where? It's kind of hidden in the transcript. So you kind of have to go to this transcript. What's that the company name again? Inspire Technology. Go to all the news. So something market screener probably can help us make a misses revenue estimate, report results, schedule. Approve, receive, announce, earnings call. Let's see what is this. Mhm. Yep, what we're trying to do now, we're just trying to look at the guidance. Earnings call is the same as transcript. So usually it's the last page. And if there's nothing, we just got to put expect. Hmm. Okay, not a lot of things there. Kind of read this a little bit. Expect. Let's look at what expect. Offer. If you don't get this, it's fine. This is a week four training. Expect or type guide. Okay, let's look at this. This is the previous one. Revenue is there. We progress. We made. We move. We also receive. Oh, quarter. Reported numbers. Conference call. Okay. Some companies are like that, like Berkshire Hathaway company, they just don't give you guidance as well. Inspired technology is like a tech. This is like a, let's have a look. Inspired technology. This guy. Okay. The chart is like that. It's kind of a new company, 2023. Okay. Makes sense. It's okay. It's okay. It's a new company anyway. Cool. Next one that we're gonna look at is gonna be updates. What is it? Expect exceed previously issued. So it's a good news. So a lot of companies are giving very good news. Expect net sales to be mid-single digit growth. In order for you to buy or sell this, you have to see what happened before. But I think it's a good news. Okay, awesome. So that's kind of what we found on 11. Let's continue. Delta Airline reaffirm. US raises safety. All of that. All of that. Portillo revises. It's nice to know why they revise. This is a raise. It's a raise provides. Normally we go through this synopsis. A lot of students done that. Well done. Okay, cool. Updates guidance. Let's look at this. Share the rally. Revises earning. When you say revises earning, you kind of have to look at whether it's up or down because they didn't say whether they raise it or they decrease it. Cool. Let's see. Skillsoft revises. So 513 to 530. Didn't really say up, down. What about this? 4-year expect 0.62. Previously was 0.48. This is also an up. 0.62. Previously 0.48. Revenue 1.33 is an up as well. Illumina expect 4 to 6. You need to see what happened before. Synopsis lower. A lot of students done this as well. Let's read it carefully. Anticipate 2 on the range of 2 points. So currently is estimating 3. This is interesting. But as you said, for synopsis, the only thing that came down is now, Claire, when you're doing synopsis, you need to remember you're going to use this number 2.76. Sorry. Yeah, 2.76. Is that what you wrote? Yeah, you have to put that number down, and then you put this number down as well, 2.23 billion, 2.23 billion. So, yeah, this is a guidance, anticipates. This is a present tense. You put these numbers in. You don't put any of the numbers in there. No number like that. Only that number that's what we want. Okay? Well done though. adjusted are set to come in between for, okay, this is the where the adjusted earnings. What's the difference between that and that? This is anticipate adjusted EPS. This is adjusted earning. So this is 2.76 for the ongoing quarter. That's for the next quarter. This is for the full year. So this is more important because it's a fiscal year. So 12.76 is that what you got? And then there's another one. It previously was just 15. So the EPS definitely dropped, but the revenue, I think is quite okay with the revenue. Synopsis, let's see. Mm, I think someone did it just now. Can't remember. Let's have a look. Awesome. Really, really beautiful work. Um, Very powerful and beautiful work. Yep, this one. So the numbers is supposed to be 7 to 12.76. Revenue you got is 7. So revenue actually went up actually. Yeah, the EPS dropped, but the revenue was up. It would be nice if the revenue was down. That's the only difference. So let's look at synopsis one more time. Yeah, it would be nice if the revenue is down. It's kind of the bottom. Okay, cool. So that's what we got at the moment. So go ahead and put it on your practice account, these two trades, and let's see how it goes. And yeah, so what happened at 7 o'clock? Probably is gonna do something like this. So it depends on what happened to the stock. If the stock continues to go up tomorrow, this is 7 o'clock. If it continues to go up like crazy, straight away it's gonna come down. But if the morning is gonna come like that, it's not doing well. If the morning before 7 o'clock, usually they will give you a big spike first before it start coming back down a little bit slowly like that. Yeah. So that's kind of usually what happened. And yeah, as you say, as a great trader and investor, you don't need to predict. You just need to make sure that things are aligned for you. You stand there, you wait for the salmon. For those who are on the apprenticeship training, we're going to let you know exactly what powerful stocks to buy, what powerful stocks to sell. So very, very excited for you. Awesome. That's it for now. And I will speak to you very, very soon. Awesome. So write that down, take a screenshot of that. Yep. So thank you very much. We have RJ, we have Alwi, we have Amata, we have An, we have Ami, we have Bart, we have Barry, we have Barry, we have Bart Nice, we have Ben, we have B-Bear, we have Bobby, we have Kelvin, we have Carlo. Nice. Long time no see. We have Sean, we have Lizzie, we have Maria, we have May, we have Mel, we have Michael, Muhammad, Party, Pada, Roshmak, Suki, Theo. Nice. Really good to see a lot of you. Oh, you see, please, yeah, I mean, when the times comes, when the opportunity really comes, when you come to a really, really great place, we'll let you know. But go on to do this on your practice so you know kind of feel it and see how things goes. Awesome. Have a good night. Can you look at mine? I didn't put everything. Okay, let's look at Armin. What do you think Trump the news wants to end the quarterly event? Good. Anna was asking me, new Trump wants to end the quarterly earnings. Okay. Actually, ending quarterly earnings is very, very good for people to make money in stocks. If you make money, if you do stocks, ending earning quarterlies is actually very, very good. Because these quarterly earnings, they are a little bit time consuming and stuff like that. But it's a good thing. It's actually a good thing because it's like both, basically. Because in order for us to make money, you want the markets to be very emotional, very volatile, always go up and down. So that is a very, very good news for like day trader, for example. Or like, because we because stock market is such an emotional thing. It's been there for 1,000 years, 100 years. When the greed comes, everyone pow 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 in. When the fear comes, everyone run away. So the fact that Donald Trump trying to remove quarterly earnings to become a half year earnings it's actually good for stocks because people are just not going to be so emotional. So that means maybe we don't have so much of a mispricing in prices. So staying invested when you know when 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 that happened. Okay, so that's kind of what happened. Let's have a look. What else? The question. Love your questions, An. Okay, let's get Amin. Cool. Anyone if you have, if I haven't looked at yours, you want to let me know. Very beautiful. First of all, really, really beautiful. I love this. Now, let's look at Oracle. Is it a good time to buy during extreme fears for Oracle? Oracle is very interesting stocks because recently you see what happened to Oracle where on the press release then the guidance then suddenly they expect a lot of money coming in. So let's type Oracle. Oracle. But let's see if they change. So EPS this year is still 13. Um, Sales TTM is still 11. Okay. So let's see. Based on the business highlight, undervalue PE. Okay. So this is the latest one. Outlook 1.24, 1.58. Business highlight, four multiples. Yeah, four multiple billion-dollar contracts signed. Project to be 18 million, to be up 1,000% in Q1 and able to run directly. So it's just saying that, there are four, really a lot of money coming in for Oracle. So these are all in the guidance projects revenue to up 18 billion. The revenue before was just around not that much billion. So this is let's see. So you want to, let's see. So where's the Outlook? Outlook is here. Very beautiful. This is Q4, Q3, Q2, Q2. Business highlights, business highlights, business highlights. Very, very powerful. I love this. All of that, all of that. Okay. Let's do some calculation right now. Now, normally we will calculate during guidance, but sometimes they don't give you guidance. You can use the reported numbers as well if they don't give you guidance. So let's look at the first one of Oracle, the most recent part that happened. The most important part, we want to see the total revenue that is around 14 billion in the Q1. So it's around up 12%. Normally, in order to buy the extreme fears, you want it to be up 30%. So 12% is okay. But next time, they're going to plus another 18 billion. So now 14, next time 18. So it's around 100% increase in their billions. Okay. So revenue up 28, cloud revenue infrastructure up 55, 11, 17, 16. So yeah. So that from 12, you can do the guidance yourself. So now it's 14.9. If it plus another 18, you're probably more than double. So the guidance here is just more than double in terms of their revenue. Okay, so that's kind of what happened. So doing this during extreme fear time is also quite a good thing to do. Oracle, buying Oracle during extreme fear time is a very, very good thing to do as well. Just because their revenue now right now is 14.9, and they didn't give the guidance, but the guidance next time is going to plus is 18 billion. So this is like more than 100% return quarter to quarter. Yeah. When the quarter to quarter is more than 100%, a year you times four is around 400% increase in their, the whole year. And not many stocks in the world is 400% increase. So that's worth to be looking at. Really good. So you can see, is it never happened before? Because guidance you want to see never happened before. Usually it's just 11, usually just 11. Usually it's just look at the total revenue up 6%, they always up less than 11%. Not much of 5130. So total revenue is there. Okay. So let's look at this. 13, 14, and then what? 13, 14, and then 15. Hmm. Okay. Interesting. Always have things going on. Really nice. Awesome. Let me show you. Go to Oracle, investor, go to financial, and then you go and click that, and you click that. Oh, the fact that Tesla also bought their own share recently. He bought a 1 billion worth of shares. Um, it's actually at all-time high. You can see our things are actually at all-time high. Tesla has never been so high before. Is it a good time to buy now? It's not there yet. You can see there's always a pullback. You are here. So yeah, Tesla has never been so high. So this is an all-time high, and Elon Musk suddenly should put some money in because I think if he gets his company to certain trillion worth, he's gonna get certain trillion amount of money. So to show his commitment, he's actually just put 1 billion worth of money of into Tesla shares. So is it a good time to buy now? Not there yet. So he bought around 3836 just to show a signs of confidence there. So yeah, he just bought all-time high there. You'll be like, oh, why didn't he buy at the bottom just right there, and stuff like that. Well, a lot of things are coming to his company like self-driving, are seeing Uber to losing their job, and robots coming in. So a lot of things are coming in, definitely. But you still don't get in there. But doing like extreme fears time is a very, very good thing to do as well. Yeah. This one as well as Oracle, as well as a lot of stocks that we recommended on our FinViz on our list for apprentices. So well done, doing really really well. Um, Keep it up. Hope you do your research on the 10 stocks that you really want to buy during extreme fears time. For apprentices you should know that already. If you didn't know that, let me know. And then one more thing is that try to find one competitors and do the same for their guidance. And just remember, if you want to know what the stock actually do, you got to know what the competitor do. I repeat, if you want to know what Nike does, you want to know what Adidas does. If you want to know what Visa does, you have to study and compare it with MasterCard. If you want to know what Apple does, you have to study and compare it with Nokia. So try to find out what's the competitor do. Yeah, pro the earning guidance of a competitor, you have a lot of confidence to do the things that you want to do. You'll be like, oh wow, you know, it's the same thing, they're selling the same thing, but things are very different. Okay? Awesome. I'm looking forward to receive that because that's gonna give you a really strong confidence. You're not gonna shake when the time comes. Awesome. That's it for now, and I'll speak to you very soon. David, you're absolutely right. You're welcome, Theo. Long time no see. No worries, Mel. We can give you one if you're on the proper level. What if you already own Tesla? David, well done. David made a lot of money on Tesla already. Congratulations. A lot of our students do also make a lot of money on Tesla. We also ask you to hold. If you already own it, just own it. If you haven't bought it, you can buy it below 350 or during extreme field time. I have all the info into IG and take a screenshot, but doesn't show in the spreadsheet. Can you take a screen look at JP? Okay, let's look at JP. Let's have a look. This one, Nvidia. Awesome. I love this. This is 54, 45, 43. Buying Nvidia during extreme fear sign is also a very good thing to do as well. You can see the growth on Nvidia, yeah? Q2, Q2, 32 to 54. Dude, that is more than like 30%, isn't it? So 37 minus 54 is like 20, 20. Yeah, it's quite a big change, more than 50%, 100%. Cool. Awesome, you're doing really well. I love this. Very good. Awesome. That's it for now. Anyone else? You're welcome, Claire. We're always here for you if you do it. And the good news about you doing it is that you get a lot more confidence. You know exactly what to do. Because the reality is, if you never know what is iPhone 20, and I ask you to buy iPhone 20, you'll be like, what is it? You don't even want to buy it. If you do not know what is Dyson Hoover, one day wake up, I say, go and buy Dyson Hoover. You'll be like, what is that? But if you've done your research, you know, if you know what that is and stuff like that, you're like, oh, wow, wow, let's do it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So doing the homework is really, really good for you. Awesome. Awesome. I mean, so what do we need to do? For Oracle, it's very simple. It's one of the least to look at during extreme fears times as well. Just look at it carefully, add everything up. I mean, I recommend you to add everything up to see year over year how they actually, change and increase if it's more than 30%. Should it be tech finance or should be diversified? If you can diversify it, you can diversify it. Yes, yeah. If you can diversify it, it would be nice. Awesome. Really nice. And I'll speak to you guys very, very soon. Take care now. Bet you're hungry and want to. Yeah, doing really, really well. Awesome. All the best and speak to you very, very soon. Ben, you're right. You can sell it again at extreme greed time when it's way overvalued.